Archangel Michael says, a heavy silence is beginning to surround your circle, and it's not by accident. There's a shadow forming behind a familiar face, one that once smiled in your light but now grows restless under your success. Tonight, you must hear what is being whispered when you're not in the room, because it's not just jealousy anymore, it's a quiet preparation for betrayal. They've studied your path, your mannerisms, and even your most innocent choices. What started as admiration has twisted into envy, and what was once a bond of loyalty has rotted into a hidden rivalry. You would never expect it from this person, but that's exactly why they've been able to get so close. Archangel Michael says, this friend has started planting their name where yours used to be. They've approached your opportunities with a charm that doesn't belong to them, dressed in a disguise of support while hiding sharp intentions beneath. Every compliment they give you now carries the bitter aftertaste of comparison. You have to listen carefully. The tone in their voice has changed, but only when you're not looking. Something inside them snapped when you were chosen over them, and instead of healing their insecurities, they made a decision to step into your shoes, even if it means stepping over you. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They are rehearsing your words, mimicking your confidence, and rehearsing your movements when they think no one sees. They've even begun contacting people who are linked to your success, quietly inserting themselves in meetings and spaces where you once stood first. It's not random, it's a strategy. You are being watched not with admiration now, but with calculation. They are waiting for you to slip, to falter even once, so they can rush into your place and declare it as their own. But what they don't realize is that divine favor cannot be stolen, it is given and protected. Your spirit feels it, that inner discomfort you keep ignoring every time you hear their name. Don't brush it off. It's your soul's alarm system warning you of someone whose kindness has turned into competition behind the curtain. They want your position, they want your recognition. And more dangerously, they believe they can take it without anyone noticing the switch. Type Amen to get blessing 797. This person has watched you shine and waited, smiling, while secretly crafting their own mirror image. They believe if they walk like you, talk like you, and think like you, they'll eventually become you. But what they're forgetting is your blessing didn't come from imitation, it came from divine alignment. They've begun taking credit for your ideas, softly at first. What used to be shared as teamwork is now being claimed by them in private conversations. Your victories are being diluted behind your back, disguised as their efforts. And it's spreading in silence. Archangel Michael says, they're trying to win over the people you trust most, slowly, methodically. It starts with laughter, then with stories told out of order, then with doubts whispered gently into the minds of others. Their goal is simple, remove you from your throne without you even realizing it, but heaven is alert. The truth is being revealed at the right pace. And even though they think their mask is flawless, divine eyes have already exposed every crack. Type Amen to get blessing 204. They didn't expect the spirit realm to intervene. They didn't think their rehearsed charm would be noticed for what it truly is, hollow. What they fail to understand is that your light is not just visible. It's protected. You will start noticing unusual patterns, people you trust becoming distant, opportunities going quiet, conversations being left half-finished. This is not random. This is your warning sign. This so-called friend has already begun reshaping your story in rooms you haven't stepped into yet. They're rehearsing your future roles in secret, hoping to replace your presence with their ambition. But your spirit was made to endure, not to be erased. They cannot walk in your path because it was carved for your feet alone. They may try to mimic the light, but shadows cannot produce their own radiance, they only reflect what's real. Type Amen to get blessing 615. Now they've started speaking on your behalf. Without your permission. They've told others what you meant, twisted your silence into arrogance, and claimed your grace as confusion. But the energy behind their words will expose them in time. The most dangerous part? They still smile in your face. Still send messages with hearts and kind words, but your soul is growing colder each time you hear from them, because it knows. Archangel Michael says, you are being prepared to confront this. Not with rage, not with revenge, but with clarity and removal. Heaven is clearing the stage, and soon, their act will fall flat under divine light. They underestimated you. They thought your silence meant weakness, they mistook your kindness as blind trust. Type Amen to get blessing 444. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. But you are rising. Not just in the physical, but in power, in awareness, in discernment. And this person who called themselves your friend will soon be stunned by the wall of divine fire surrounding you. You don't need to scream to expose the truth. The universe will whisper in ears and open eyes where it matters. What they tried to take will fall apart in their hands because it was never meant for them. They'll find themselves exhausted, constantly chasing your reflection but never catching your essence. Your glow cannot be duplicated because it was built from a truth they never bothered to understand. Soon, others will come forward, messages will be shared with you. Screenshots, audio, eyewitness moments. What was hidden will be dragged into the light without you having to lift a finger. Type Amen to get blessing 889. Archangel Michael says, your patience is your armor right now. Do not retaliate. Do not lower yourself. Let divine justice take its course. Their schemes are like paper castles, pretty, but fragile. And with one wave of divine wind, everything they built will collapse, and they will be forced to watch you rise higher. You must remember, you were chosen for your essence, not your image. No one can replace you because no one carries your soul's signature, while they were watching you for weakness. Heaven was strengthening your crown. The more they copied you, the more your uniqueness was magnified. Type Amen to get blessing 113. They'll feel it. Soon, their plan will start crumbling. People will stop trusting their stories, eyes will roll where once applause echoed. Their exposure will be slow and humiliating. And it will come from the very people they tried to impress. What they spoke in secret will be revealed publicly. You will not be dragged into their fall. You will simply keep walking forward, surrounded by truth, watched by angels, and carried by grace. Everything they tried to steal will be restored back to you, multiplied. Their jealousy will become their lesson. Their betrayal will become your platform. Type Amen to get blessing 902. You were not born to be replaced. You were born to transform spaces that could never be filled by impersonation, the moment you stepped into alignment, heaven marked you. That divine seal cannot be counterfeited. This person believed they could play a role meant for your destiny. But roles written by God can only be played by the soul it was destined for. Let them keep pretending. Let them keep plotting. You just keep rising. Type Amen to get blessing 781. Soon, someone close to them will come to you, quietly, humbly. They will confess what they've heard, what they were told, and what this friend truly planned. The deception will sting, but only briefly. What follows will be elevation. Their obsession with you will trap them in a cycle of mimicry, while you soar into a version of your life that cannot be reached by shadows. You will never need to prove who you are. Your spirit speaks louder than any performance. Type Amen to get blessing 118. This was allowed to happen so your soul would sharpen. So you'd learn who claps with clean hands and who claps with poisoned fingers. From this moment, watch closely. Their actions will speak even when their lips stay shut. Their patterns will reveal the truth they hide under their voice. Don't be afraid of losing this, friend. You are not losing a soul. You're shedding a shadow. And when the final mask falls, you will smile, not in vengeance, but in peace. Type Amen to get blessing 642. Because your blessing was never up for grabs. Because your name was written in divine ink. Because your destiny doesn't need defending, it only needs walking. This friend will one day regret that they used your light to map their path. Because once you're removed from their presence, they will return to the dark confusion they once lived in. You are chosen. You are protected. You are rising, and no shadow can touch your crown. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You'll soon begin to feel it in the way people start treating you differently, more cautiously, more curiously. Because the truth is dripping out, piece by piece, and those who were misled by this false friend are starting to see through the illusion. It's not just their lies that are being uncovered, it's the whole false world they built around your name. They can't hold it together for much longer. When you shine with authentic light, any imitation next to you begins to crack under pressure. That's what's happening now. Your glow is becoming unbearable to the one who tried to copy it. Their greatest fear wasn't being caught, it was being exposed next to the real thing. And now, every room they walk into starts echoing your name louder than theirs, even when you're not there. Type Amen to get blessing 554. Archangel Michael says, they are unraveling. What they thought was a clever plan is turning into a humiliating spectacle. People are noticing, those subtle side glances, those nervous explanations, those fake smiles are starting to show. You didn't need to raise your voice or stoop to their level. Your silence, your grace, and your unshakable presence are louder than any lie they've spoken. This is spiritual justice in its most powerful form. They are remembering every moment they tried to be you. And now, they are realizing they never had the weight to carry your crown. Their bitterness turned them blind to the truth, that purpose can't be stolen. The stage they tried to climb is collapsing beneath them because it wasn't built on truth, it was built on imitation and envy. Type Amen to get blessing 775. They thought they could outshine you by stepping into your lane, but they forgot, the road you walk is protected, divinely guarded. Every time they tried to step further into your space, they triggered divine alarms. And now, heaven is responding. You may feel tired, but don't collapse. This is your elevation season, and part of that rise is shaking off the leeches disguised as friends. You'll start hearing people tell you, "I always felt something was off about them." These are confirmations, not coincidences. These are signs from above that truth has been working behind the scenes. Gathering evidence. You never needed to fight for your place, you only needed to be still long enough for heaven to roar on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 688. You were born with something they crave deeply, but don't understand. It's not beauty. It's not charm. It's your inner peace. Your connection to something higher that can't be replicated. That's why they envy you. It's not about what you do. It's about who you are. You walk in rooms and change the atmosphere without trying. They walk in after you and still go unnoticed. Archangel Michael says, there's about to be a moment, a divine confrontation, not with words, not with public shame, but with undeniable spiritual separation. The universe is preparing to draw a sharp line between you and the one who tried to take your place. You'll feel it when they start to distance themselves. They'll say it's for space, for clarity, but it's because their exposure is nearing. Type Amen to get blessing 801. And when that moment comes, you won't even flinch, because you've already outgrown the version of yourself that needed that friendship. What once felt like a loss will now feel like liberation. Your next season doesn't include people who only applauded when you were behind them. You need voices that clap when you're on top and still growing. They made the mistake of building a castle from your stolen blueprints. But blueprints don't carry the breath of life. What you carry was infused by destiny, and no thief can breathe life into what was meant for your hands. Let them go. Let them fall. What rises from this will be beyond your imagination. Type Amen to get blessing 996. You are stepping into a version of yourself that will be untouchable to the people who once thought they could replace you. This isn't revenge. This is realignment. The angels have begun whispering your name in the right ears. New alliances are forming. The replacement they try to orchestrate will backfire, and elevate you further. Their desperation will soon become obvious. They will start speaking louder, trying harder. Overcompensating for the energy they lack. But you. Stay still, grounded, knowing the truth is your armor. Archangel Michael says, your crown is being polished in heaven. And when the next door opens, your glow will make it impossible for anyone to believe their version of your story. Type Amen to get blessing 449. They studied you to steal your success. But they didn't understand that your favor was never about strategy, it was about surrender. You walked through pain they never saw, you earned your position through tears they never tasted. And now that it's your time to rise again, you'll do it without apology. You'll rise without needing to explain how, because destiny doesn't owe anyone an explanation. Their mask will fall off mid-performance. And the world will gasp, not because of what you lost, but because of what was always yours. Keep watching. Keep listening. Keep praying. Type Amen to get blessing 200. You are being honored in the realm they can't see. Spiritually, doors are opening, contracts, relationships, blessings that were delayed because of their interference are being released at full speed. You are protected. You are not alone. What was meant for harm is now being rewritten into your testimony. Soon, the same ones who whispered doubt into your name will be the ones forced to say your name with respect. And the one who tried to replace you will sit in the seat of regret. Your energy is shifting. Your name is being anointed. Your purpose is activating with force. Type Amen to get blessing 598. Let them be shocked. Let them watch. This is your divine unveiling. From here on, your light won't just protect you, it will expose every shadow within your reach. And that, friend? They will never hold the space in your story again. This is the final act of their performance. And you? You're walking out of the theater, rising toward the real stage meant only for you. Heaven chose you. No one can remove what was written in the stars for your name. Type Amen to get blessing 121. You are going to feel a peace you haven't felt in months, because your soul knows. It's been set free. You no longer need to carry their betrayal on your back. This isn't about revenge, it's about release. You are too royal to wrestle with replicas. And as your path clears, expect blessings to rush in, unexpected calls. Divine invitations. Deep healing. The one who wanted your crown will be left with only dust. Because the crown was custom made, it never fit their head to begin with. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You are now entering a sacred period of restoration, where everything that was quietly stolen, blocked, or delayed because of this false friend is returning to you multiplied. What they tried to take in secret is returning in public. And when it comes, it will be undeniable that it was always meant for you. The very people they turned against you will start to come back, one by one. Their hearts will feel the truth, their eyes will finally see the real story, and their spirit will reject the lie they once believed. It won't require you to defend yourself. The light now resting on your life will do that for you. Archangel Michael says, Heaven is closing the doors this person tried to open with your name. Their access to your circle, your favor, your journey, it's being revoked. Divine hands are sealing every portal where their shadow once tried to step through. You were never meant to walk in the shadow of another's jealousy. You were meant to lead with humility. Shine with quiet strength, and overflow with unshakable peace. Type Amen to get blessing 788. This person never expected you to endure. They counted on you collapsing, doubting yourself, questioning your place. They fed off your kindness, your vulnerability, your silence. But they forgot something. Your silence is not weakness, it's wisdom. You were listening, watching, and waiting for the right moment, and now that moment has come. They're going to feel it soon, the chill of being spiritually disconnected. The doors that once opened for them when they walked in your name will no longer move. The rooms they once entered through lies will now reject their presence. Heaven is cleaning house. Spirit is doing what you didn't need to do, removing, exposing, and protecting. Type Amen to get blessing 564. A divine reshuffling is taking place around you. Positions are changing, influence is shifting. Where they once stood in your circle will now be occupied by someone loyal, someone true, someone who reflects light, not mimics it. And when they look at you next, they won't see someone easy to replace, they'll see someone unstoppable, chosen, wrapped in heavenly fire that blinds every imposter. You will not be touched. You will not be shaken, and most importantly, you will not be forgotten by heaven. Their plan is unraveling fast. And your blessing is accelerating even faster. Type Amen to get blessing 229. Soon, you'll look back and realize why this had to happen. You'll thank the moment when your eyes opened, because this wasn't just about protection, it was about preparation for your next dimension. What they thought was a takedown was actually your launchpad. Their betrayal forced you to reevaluate, reorganize, and rise with clarity, and now, you are about to lead with new strength. Don't explain. Don't apologize, don't doubt. What's coming next will be loud enough for everyone to hear, and silent enough to keep your peace intact. Archangel Michael says, Heaven is placing a spiritual block over your destiny. No copycat, no jealous heart, no rival will pass through again. Type Amen to get blessing 903. They will feel the separation, it will hit harder than they expect. They thought they could fill your shoes, but they never understood the pain it took to wear them. You've cried tears they never saw, you've survived nights they could never imagine. And now you're glowing with a fire that doesn't flicker. They'll try to reach back out, to pretend nothing happened. But your spirit will feel the difference, and you will walk away in silence, knowing this chapter is closed for good. Watch as the people who once praised them begin to question. Your name is being redeemed. Your spirit is being revived. Your blessings are returning with force. The person who tried to be you will soon wish they had simply supported you. Because now, they've activated a level of spiritual judgment that no charm can escape. You won't have to lift a finger, you won't have to make a scene. The elevation happening in your life will be the announcement. And what once tried to take your place will now crumble at your feet. Type Amen to get blessing 390. From this day forward, anyone entering your life will be filtered by divine truth. No more silent manipulators, no more smiling shadows. No more hidden agendas dressed in friendship. Heaven is tightening your circle, making space for those who bring peace, not competition. Who celebrate your light instead of trying to dim it. You'll sleep better, breathe deeper. Walk lighter. Because your spirit will no longer carry the weight of fake loyalty, and those blessings that were paused. Watch how quickly they come rushing in now. Type Amen to get blessing 118, the contracts will come. The breakthroughs will unfold. The promotions will arrive, because you remain true to your soul when it would have been easier to fight back in the flesh. Your reward is not just survival, it's acceleration. Divine speed is on your life now. The time they took trying to delay you will be added back as double favor. You are rising. And nothing, no one, can stop what is unfolding for you. They tried to replace you, now they'll have to watch you reign. Type Amen to get blessing 847. And when they hear your name echo in places they never reached, when they see you walk in rooms they tried to sneak into, they'll finally understand, you were never their competition, you were their reminder of what grace looks like. Your destiny was never a costume. It was carved in your soul. And no performance can replicate authenticity. Let this be the last time you mourn someone who was preparing your replacement. Because now, you're walking into a chapter filled with real love, real loyalty, and undeniable protection. You are untouchable by the wrong ones and unlocked to divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 502. Everything hidden is coming into the light. And you will never question your worth again. This experience was painful, but it activated your discernment. You'll never second-guess your instincts again. And for that, heaven says, "Well done, beloved, your soul passed a test." And now, the blessing is being released. They may have plotted, but you were planted, and now, you bloom beyond imitation. Type Amen to get blessing 333.